What's up everyone, Zach Nusser here, bringing you another fitness nutrition video, the last in my series of lists of macronutrient sources. So we've covered protein sources and we've covered carb sources, and today we're covering my favorite sources for dietary fat. So first of all, I want to mention coconut oil and why it didn't make my list. Now many believe that since coconut fats largely consist of medium chain fatty acids, that they contain the same health benefits. And while studies show that medium chain fats may have weight loss benefits, I'm skeptical to believe that they have the same health benefits overall, or that these benefits outweigh the risk of consuming pure saturated fats. So until more research is done on the topic, I'll avoid recommending it to viewers and clients. That being said, saturated fat doesn't need to be completely avoided from your diet. As a matter of fact, you need to have some in your diet. So we're going to start off the list with sources of saturated fats. So first of all, we have cheese. Full fat cottage cheese, as well as most hard cheeses like Swiss and cheddar, are great sources of saturated fat because they don't contain too much of it. They're also really high in protein and calcium. It's important to keep it in moderation due to the saturated fat and oftentimes the higher sodium levels, but there's no need to eliminate it altogether. My next source for saturated fat is going to be whole eggs. Eggs are cheap, they're high in protein, and there's lots of nutrients in the yolk. Despite the common misconception about eggs and cholesterol, eggs have been shown to actually have little to no effect on blood cholesterol levels. Like I mentioned in my protein sources video, which you can check out in the card above, the biggest drawback of egg whites is that the lack of the egg yolk means that the egg loses almost all of its nutrients. So if you have room for them in your nutrition plan, I highly recommend keeping the yolks in and consuming the eggs whole. So getting on to the healthier fats, the unsaturated fats, in no particular order, I would consider all these fat sources to be pretty much equal in terms of overall health benefits. So starting things off, we have avocados. Commonly referred to as a superfood, avocados contain nearly 20 different vitamins and minerals, as well as phytonutrients, being that it's a plant-based food. One large avocado has 18 grams of the heart-healthy monounsaturated fat, 10 grams of fiber, and 20% of your daily potassium, which is more than a banana. Moving on to the next fat source, we have salmon and other fatty fish. This includes trout, mackerel, sardines, herring, etc. The main health benefit of fatty fish is that it's absolutely loaded in omega-3s, which have more health benefits than I can even squeeze into this video. It's also full of vitamin D, which about 40% of Americans are deficient in. And being that salmon was also in my best protein sources video, it goes without saying that the incredibly high protein content is another great reason to choose fatty fish as a fat source. Up next, we have extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil is considered to be one of the best sources of monounsaturated fats out there, and it's also incredibly rich in antioxidants. Most people already think of olive oil when it comes to healthy oils, but you want to make sure that you get extra virgin olive oil, which is extracted using natural methods and has much higher standards for purity, taste, and smell. Regular light olive oils are far more processed and often diluted with cheaper oils. One thing to keep in mind is that compared to other oils, extra virgin olive oil has a very low smoke point. This means it's not ideal for high temperature cooking, as the high heat damages the oil and makes it potentially harmful. Oils with higher smoke points tend to be far more refined and processed, so my recommendation would be to limit how often you cook with high temperatures like pan frying, and use methods like baking far more often. Then you can use the extra virgin olive oil to drizzle on top of the food in order to get the health benefits of it without damaging the oil. Now when you need to use high smoke point oils, go with ones that have higher monounsaturated fat content like non-virgin avocado and olive oil. The last fat source that I highly recommend is going to be nuts and seeds. These include a very wide variety like walnuts, macadamia nuts, chia seeds, almonds, cashews, etc. Each type varies greatly with a healthy mix of poly and monounsaturated fats, high fiber and protein content, and lots of other vitamins and minerals. For example, half a cup of almonds has 10 grams of protein, 5 grams of polyunsaturated fat, 14 grams of monounsaturated fat, 6 grams of fiber, 9% of your daily potassium, 12% of your daily calcium, as well as various other vitamins and minerals. Alright everyone, that's the list of my favorite fat sources. I think at this point it's safe to say that most people are starting to accept the idea that fat isn't bad for you. Really no macronutrient is, including carbs. And that fat alone doesn't make you fat, but rather excessive calorie intake does. So that wraps up my series of macronutrient sources. I'll have plenty more nutrition videos to come, including nutritional supplements. And of course I'll have plenty of training related videos out very soon. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date on everything fitness. Leave any questions and comments you have in the comment section down below. Follow me on social media, and I'll see you guys next time.